I was real quiet. Yeah, Michael's a quiet person too.
Yeah, I always heard that Michael was the prankster.
Oh, big prankster, big time.
Really?
Big time.
Really?
You titled the blog, He Knew. What did he know?
When I was watching the footage of the ambulance backing out of the driveway, and I went back to this conversation that I had with him at Neverland in the library. We were sitting by the fire, and he was telling me that he was afraid that he was going to end up like my father. You know, he was always asking me about when he died and how it happened and when it happened and where. And
Michael was always asking you about your father.
Yes. And he said, I feel like I'm going to end up the same way.
And did you say why?
Yeah. I was like, what are you talking about? And I don't understand. Down to the play-by-play incident was identical. These things keep happening, and I still, in the universe, and I'm, okay, then what is it that I'm trying to learn here? What is it that I need to know?
When we talked about doing this interview, you said, I'm going to do it one time.
Yes.
So this is it. You're not going to talk about it anymore.
No, I'm not. I'm not going to talk about it. Anyone wants to know in the future, they can refer to the Oprah Winfrey Show.
Jackie has a brand new single coming out soon called We Know What's Going On. We Know What's Going On. Jackie Johnson!
All new, the worldwide exclusive, Oprah at Home, with Michael Jackson's mother, Catherine.
His father, Joe. I'm really surprised to see you here, Mr. Jackson. And a visit with his children.
You said that you learned of Michael's death while you were filming in Atlanta for Tyler Perry's other movie, Why Did I Get Married Too? You said you focused on work, and work helped you through grief. How?
Actually, they were already shooting. I hadn't started shooting just yet, but I was supposed to start in a few days. And I was at home in New York when I learned of my brother's passing.
You said that you learned of Michael's death while you were filming in Atlanta for Tyler Perry's other movie, Why Did I Get Married Too? You said you focused on work, and work helped you through grief. How?
Actually, they were already shooting. I hadn't started shooting just yet, but I was supposed to start in a few days. And I was at home in New York when I learned of my brother's passing.
You alluded to the loss of your brother, Michael, and that happened during the filming of this movie. What did it mean to you, Janet, to have these performers around you and their support during that time?
They were very supportive, and especially Tyler, because he actually stopped production and came to the service and was with me and was calling me on a daily basis, even the day that everyone had found out. One of the first calls that I got was actually from Tyler, and he was just so there for me in every way, and so loving and so giving, and making sure that I was okay each and every moment, and as well as everyone else. And I wanted everyone to treat me as if they did on the first film, and it was perfect. It was great.
How is your family doing?
They're very well. Everyone's very well. Thank you for that.
Well, I'm very, very glad to hear that as well.
The next movie you're doing is Why Did I Get Married Too?
Which is done. Which is done.
Which is, you're wrapped on that.
Wrapped and almost done editing, yeah.
Janet Jackson's starring in that.
Yeah.
I know she came back to work with you after the funeral. What was it like to have her back?
Well, the first day of shooting, she was flying in to come to work, and she was on her way to wardrobe, actually. We were shooting in the airport. There were 500 extras there, and something happened in the room. I'm in the scene. I don't know what happened, but I feel the energy drained out of the room. Just with all of these people, I'm like, what's going on? So they pull me aside. They say that Michael had been rushed to the hospital. So I immediately tried to call her, and then they tell me that she was. Then they tell me that he was in a coma, and then 5 minutes later, CNN had reported that he died. So I spoke to her, and she was very strong. Just very strong, very quiet, very solid, like her mother. And she flew to LA to be with the family, and she came to work every day. I think it was a perfect time for her because she needed some place to vent and release. And her character was going through so much.
Just in introducing you, said we all remember where we were when we heard that Michael Jackson had died. Where were you when you heard?
I was at home in New York.
And how were you told?
I got a call from an assistant.
An assistant of yours or his?
Of mine.
And
she had said that there was something on TV about my brother being ill. So I immediately called home. And
Does it feel surreal? Is it disbelief? Is it
Hard to believe still to this day.
just hard to believe?
It is. And there isn't a day that goes by that I don't think about it. Every single day. I got a call, and there was something on TV, on CNN.
You never get through that.
No.
I'm thinking, still thinking that Michael's still alive. It just seems that way because he.